Ch1 Otsutsuki. Blast. 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 That's what the world was witnessing right now. They were battling. Beings who could rival gods in the eyes of humanity. They were fighting. Just then we see an ethereal figure made up of energy, known as chakra, came to existence, and the lightish bluish-greenish aura came around him. Those who made this colossal warrior were Hagoromo and Himura. Against them was their brother Naruto, Otsutsuki, youngest of the three, with Hagoromo being oldest. Ch2 Battle of Gods. Ethereal warrior, now known as Susanoo, pulled out his large blade in his Tensegan mode and did a downward slash, but it was stopped by just one hand of Naruto. Naruto, using his power, created his own Susanoo, which was black in color. Hagoromo. Naruto, stop this madness. Naruto. No, brother, you are the one who started it by sealing Mother into Moon. The destruction of the world is on your head, not mine. Himura. Naruto, but you have to understand that if we would have not stopped Mother, she would have turned all of humanity into her slaves. Naruto. So what, we are higher beings than those stupid humans, we are destined to rule them, but no, you both have to play the role of the hero, right? That's it, what you want, right? Shouted Hagoromo. Sorry, brother, but we will have to kill you if you cannot change the way you think. Naruto. Try, but you will fail. Then Himura launched a chakra blast and Hagoromo a Shinra Tensei, but then a roar could be heard, and the blast were destroyed by a dragon, specifically a 10-tailed, 3-headed dragon. Hagoromo. Our plan is failing, brother. I thought with the help of 9 Bijus we should be able to halt Gizo, but it seems his creation's power is even stronger than the Jubi. Naruto. Gizo, so how was the fight? Gizo. It was fun, father. Those pathetic pieces of chakra thought they could rival me. Naruto. Ha 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 ha, thought so. After all, they are his creation, but I have a job for you. I will be sealing you in me. Something is wrong with my body. Either my power is still not stable or something else, so I wanted to check it out. Gizo. Okay, father. Naruto. Sealing art. 12 dragons sealing technique. Gizo is now sealed inside Naruto. Naruto. Now to end our fight, why not we use our strongest attack, brothers? Hagoromo. Fine, you asked for it. Naruto. Hagoromo. Himura said in unison. Naruto. God's beam. Hagoromo. Shinra Tensei. Himura. Truth-seeking chakra blast. The result was devastating. Tremors went around all over the world. People were afraid, thinking that this was the doomsday. For a moment nothing happened, there was silence, but then we can see the winner of the battle. Hagoromo and Himura were kneeling in front of their brother Naruto. Naruto. So it finally ends, brother. Hagoromo and Himura. No, it does not. Special art sealing technique. Seal of Gods. Just then Naruto notices a sealing technique underneath him and quickly understood what it was. Naruto screamed, No, don't do this. Hagoromo. You leave us no choice, brother, but you were always the one who acted all high and mighty, and this will be your downfall. Himura. I am sorry. I wish things could be different. And hence Naruto and Gizo were sealed inside a metal box full of seals which couldn't be understood by any person even if they studied Funinjutsu for even over 100 years. Ch3 Flashback Part 1. Flashback. Kaguya Otsutsuki. Otsutsuki Kaguya was a member of the Otsutsuki clan and the matriarch of a branch family, including her children Hagoromo and Himura, but here younger son Naruto could not be included in the branch or either the main family because of his large, abnormal, and unstable chakra. Long before the founding of the hidden villages, during an era of endless war, Kaguya consumed the fruit of the god tree and became the first wielder of chakra on Earth, before later merging with the tree to become the Ten Tails. Kaguya is discovered by the people of the Land of Ancestors during an arrival to Earth, who brought her before their Emperor Tenji. Identifying herself as the god tree's guardian, Kaguya used her abilities to wipe Tenji's memories of the encounter and subsequently settled among his people, becoming recognized as his concubine. Living among humans, she slowly developed an attachment for the planet she meant to destroy. Growing closer with the Emperor, she eventually fell pregnant. When the land of that began to threaten the Land of Ancestors over a border dispute, Tenji attempted to prevent the outbreak of war by declaring that anyone who attacked the larger nation's representatives was to be executed, an order which she broke when she was threatened by them, resulting in her and her assistant Ano becoming hunted by their land to be executed. Found power, Kaguya single-handedly ended the wars and took control of the nations. For her deed of stopping the conflict, she received the blessing of the people and was worshipped as the rabbit goddess, Usagi no Megami. After establishing peace and changing somehow, Kaguya used the infinite Tsukuyomi on humans to transform them into an army of white Zetsu over the course of many years in fear of her clan returning to take her chakra away. Not wanting mankind to perish, she freed some victims of the genjutsu and erased their memories. While giving birth to her 3 sons Hagoromo, Hamura, and Naruto, she dispersed chakra to them, making them the first people born with chakra. Ruling by herself and often resorting to cruelty, her dojutsu and jutsu were regarded with fear, awe, and reverence by humans. At some indefinite point, the rabbit goddess had instead become known as a demon, Oni. Eventually, Kaguya found herself ruled by her own desire to possess all chakra, which eventually turned her against her sons. Having devised a plan to absorb their chakra, she integrated with the god tree and became the Ten Tails itself, followed by her challenging by Hagoromo and Hamura, whereas Naruto was in coma-induced sleep because of some unknown reasons. Ch. 4 Flashback Part 2. Before Hagoromo and Hamura sealed Kaguya, we see Naruto, Hagoromo, and Hamura training under the watchful eye of their mother. Hagoromo and Hamura. Grrrr. Naruto, it would seem like I have one brother. Now what is the count? Mind clarifying it? Asks playfully. Hagoromo, it's 333. 1. Naruto, mind clearing, who is 333? Hamura, yeah, we know it's you. The one almighty, says playfully. Kaguya, it's enough, stop bickering like stupid amateur brats and get mature. Now I'll be leaving for a few weeks. Hamura, mother, can you please tell where you are going? You always leave without telling us where you are going? Ask concerning. Kaguya, no, and this topic ends now. Kaguya leaves. Hagoromo, where do you think mother is going? Naruto, I do not know. Hamura, come, we should go, we have to do our patrol around the village. Hagoromo and Naruto, yeah, let's go. During patrol. Naruto POV. I was walking through the village helping the one in needs, but then I saw movement in the bushes, and when I went to check there, no one was present, but then I heard rustling within the bushes and followed it, and when I came out I saw Hagoromo and Hamura and a frog. No one's POV. Hagoromo and Hamura and Naruto stare at each other and explained that they heard rustling in the bushes and followed the trail and ended up here. Frog, I brought you all here, and before any one of you asks, I would like to tell that I can speak because of my body adapting the nature energy. Everything goes as in canon in anime, the only difference being Naruto wanting to see whether the toad was lying or not, so he convinced Hagoromo and Hamura to go and see the god tree. When they arrive at the god tree, Hamura pointed out to one of many wrapped bandages, and when Hagoromo opened it came the face of his love Haori. The realization of what the divine ritual was came to his understanding and explained it to Hamura and Naruto, but then Naruto started walking and touched the branch of the god tree and screamed and fell unconscious. When this happened, they immediately took Naruto home and put him to rest and found out that he was in coma by a local doctor. This trauma was enough for Hagoromo Sharingan, which he unlocked after knowing what happened to Haori, to evolve into his Rinnegan, and everything goes as canon till the sealing of their mother. Naruto POV. When I saw Hagoromo crying over a girl, I also came to realization what the divine ritual was, but then I felt a pull towards the god tree, and then I walked without my consent to one of the roots and touched it, and then it happened for just a second. I felt the power in the god tree, and I became greedy, and I tried to take all that power, and as I was absorbing it I saw at the beast the god tree was, and where I should have felt scared I felt exited, and with one last tug, I could see that I had taken over 50% of the chakra of the beast, and it showed displeasure by his facial expression, and then as soon I came back to reality, I felt pain, unimaginable pain, and I screamed and screamed to the heaven to stop the pain, and the next thing I saw I was in a strange place, and all the chakra, I absorbed all the chakra into me and trained, and from what I could tell I was in my mindscape, and then I started to fade away, and realized I was waking up. When I woke up, I was told by Hagoromo and Himura that I was in coma for about 5 years, and from what I could understand, my shitty brothers have sealed Mother in a constellation named Moon by using Hagoromo technique, which he gained after unlocking the Rinnegan, and I was already at thin ice with them, and it broke when they told me that how Hagoromo sealed the god tree now known as Jubi into himself, and divided its chakra into 9 pieces, and giving them names, and their own mind making them sentient, being unlike the Jubi, and the final straw was when they told Naruto how they have distributed their chakra among humans, and then we fought, and I got sealed within that box full of seals. 5 Hagoromo sons. After Naruto's sealing, Hagoromo finally settled down, and Himura went on Moon to keep a watch on his mother as a guardian of the seal. Hagoromo had 2 sons, Indra the older one, and Ashura the younger. Indra was prodigy. He created ninjutsu out of ninshu, which Hagoromo created. Indra also inherited Hagoromo visual power, the Sharingan, and believed true peace can only be achieved through power. On the other hand, Ashura was a slow learner and lacked talent. He inherited Hagoromo's spiritual power and believed peace can only be achieved through passion, friendship, and love. When the time came of Hagoromo to choose a successor for Ninshu, he chose Ashura because he was friendly and had the same ideals as him. At that time, Indra was under the influence of Black Zetsu, Kaguya's will. Came to know of this news, was very angry, and killed his both friends to gain the Mangekyo Sharingan. In desperation, not knowing what was inside the box of seals now known as Pandora's box, thought that it held a great power from which even his father was afraid of, and thought it would be good to use this power to kill his father and brother, and tampered with out of many seals, which was chakra suppression seal, and changed it to a chakra multiplier seal, and gave up because of the complexity of the seals, and Hagoromo, after knowing this, gave the Pandora box to Ashura, and telling him that this box should never be opened because if that happened then the world would end. Everything goes as canon, but only difference is that the Uzumaki clan is the one that holds the Pandora box till the moment Mito Uzumaki, wife of Hashirama Senju the first Hokage, gave the box to Kushina Uzumaki and died. 6 Uzumakis and Unsealing Part 1. No 1 POV. A beautiful red-hair woman was doing the daily chores. This was none other than Uzumaki Kushina, the red hot-blooded ninja wife of 4th Hokage Minato Namikaze, the yellow flash of Konoha. Right, no, she was holding her belly as she was going to be a mother soon. She and her husband Minato wanted the gender, or the number rather, being 1, 2 twins, 3 triplets, to be unknown, as they wanted to be a surprise for them. Right now, Kushina was trying to find Uzumaki Funin Jutsu level 9 book, and then tried to remember where she kept all the Uzumaki books that she was able to recover from Uzushiaga Corps after its destruction by the hands of IWA, Kumo, and Kiri combined army. Then she remembered that she kept those books in the attic. As she was searching for the needed book in the attic, she found something which was given to her by the previous Kyubi container Mito Uzumaki. It was the Pandora box, the box which by the great elders of the Uzumaki clan was given to the Izuju, Uzumaki plus Senju, founder by the So 6P. It had such high level of mastered seals impeded on it that it was considered to give its own level, as the Uzumaki sealing art only goes up to level 20, and the Pandora seals were given level 1000. As she picked up the box and started examining it, she by mistake put some chakra into the seals and fell unconscious, and the seals on the Pandora box started to grow bright red, and started to make a hissing sound while sucking away Kyubi chakra from Kushina's seal, which held Kyubi at bay. 7 Uzumakis, and Unsealing Part 2. In the seal POV, wherein the seal should be Naruto, but there was no one there, just a bunch of chakra and an ethereal body. As we zoom in, we can identify it as none other Naruto's soul, trapped bounded by chains, one going right through the midda of his chest. But then all the chakra started to go back in the soul, and it started to gain its color, so we can see Naruto Otsutsuki standing there in all its glory, much more powerful. And then a cracking sound was heard, and the chain started to crack, and he smelled even he did not knew after how long he had smelled. Nasuto POV. So, as I thought ejecting my soul outside my body was good, and had given my body and soul enough time to adjust, this much power that Brad Indra's doing had done a real worder to me. If I could, I would have killed his brother Ashura, and made him even stronger than Hagoromo, but that would have still not happened. After all, he wanted to control me. And there is no being in this world that can control me. Ha 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 ha. And then the seal broke and the being forgotten, no the god forgotten took his first step in the elemental nations. Ch. 8 Reborn 1K Special. Outside POV. We can see Kushina screaming because of a chakra drainage, and as she fell unconscious the last thing she saw was the Pandora seals glowing red and disappearing into nothingness. Naruto POV. As I started to get my feeling back to my body, I can feel the connection of the nature energy outside the box growing larger and larger, and then it happened, the box opened, and my chakra, and my soul escaped that hellhole, who knows after so many eons. But I soon realized that the only problem here was that the nature energy was trying to reject me and destroy my soul and absorb my massive chakra. So I did the next best thing. I putted seals on body to find a conduct through which the merger of my soul and power can be perfected, and then I will be able to destroy the last of the bindings left that Hagoromo placed on me, and as soon as these thoughts came that I was able to find a vessel perfect for me to complete the merger. It was through the women in front of me, and she should be privileged as she was going to be a mother to a god, as I Naruto Otsutsuki is about to be reborn, and as the process of me being reborn was going on I could only say I hope you Hagoromo and Hamura are watching this, as you have failed, and I have prevailed. Inside Kushina's womb. A whole lot of chakra and Naruto's soul enters Kushina's womb and started copying the other chakra signature inside her womb while modifying the body as per the need. Ch9 Pregnancy and Minato Reaction Part 1. Minato POV. I was trying to win the battle that almost every Kage has lost. I was trying to defeat paperwork, the biggest enemy of all the Kages. But just before I was going to stamp the last of that wretched paperwork, there was a surge of power which was felt throughout the village and citizen, and shinobi under the rank of Jonin went unconscious, and only the Umbus and me was faring well, but still even I, the Yondaine Hokage of Konoha, Minato Namikaze, the yellow flash of Konoha, was brought down to one knee, as this pressure was godly. After a while the pressure, and the appeasing chakra was gone, and it was like a weight was lifted off my shoulder. Soon an Abu, my last remaining student, code name Dog Kakashi Hatake, flashed into my office and reported that the civilians and shinobis were waking up, but the news that made me terrified was that this chakra surge's epicenter was my house, and right now Kushina was in there. And as soon as I heard this, I quickly flashed to house to check if Kushina was okay. And when I appeared next to my house, I was shocked as the house was Ch10 Pregnancy and Minato Reaction Part 2. When Minato flashed there, he was shocked as the house was in perfect condition. There was not even a scratch on it, but there was a problem. He could not find Kushina anywhere, even in the safe bunker. As he was looking for her, he stumbled the open den of the basements. As he went down, he had a sinking feeling as her guts were screaming at me to run away from something. As he reached the basement, he saw Kushina lying on the ground with a lot of broken wood in front of her face. Getting worried, he flashed him and Kushina to the Konoha's Umbu's hospital. As he was waiting for the checkup to get done, he was feeling happy as something good was about to happen, and then the door opened and Reiko, Konoha's Umbu head medic and the headmaster of Konoha Umbu Hospital, came out and addressed him politely. That said that all three of them were fine. This confused Minato, and reading Minato's confusion, he said that, so she didn't tell you. Well, you're going to be a father. Kushina-sen is pregnant with twins to be expected. After hearing this, as Minato's brain couldn't handle the information, and he passed out. When he woke up, he saw that he was in his house, and his head WSR laying on Kushina's cap. And he confronted Cushing about the pregnancy, and she told him that she wanted it to be a surprise, and soon this information spread throughout the elemental notions like a wildfire. Ch11 birth. 9 months after Kushina's pregnancy news came out. Everything is same as canon, only different being Naruto has a younger sister and Minato and Kushina are dead, and Naruto has Ninetales 50% chakra, and Mito has 50% of Ninetales chakra, and Naruto was born with high genin level reserves, whereas as Mito's was high academy level, and Hiruzen takes care of them just like in canon stories. Ch12 siblings. Times the 10 years after the Kyuubi attacked. No one's POV. We can hear moons of pains coming through a bar in the red light district. As we go in the bar, the only thing present there were broken bodies. Even though they were alive, their hands and legs were twisted in an unnatural way, and in the middle of all it was a boy with spiky hair. Hair color composition: one side of the hair is red with the other side being blonde, with the end of the hair having white tips. Wearing a black shinobi-like outfit with umbu shoes and a wooden sword strapped to his back. This was none other than our protagonist Naruto Uzumaki, vessel of both Kyuubi and Naruto Otsutsuki, a god amongst men. Author POV. Naruto. So tell me, Dustrick, will you now forever, for even once tried to molest any girl, and especially my sister? Dustrick. No, I am sorry, please stop, it hurts. Naruto. So it hurts. But raging, it is not even close to what me, and especially my sister, suffers because of you arrogant fools. She is so kind to everyone, even those who ignore her, but you try to use that to your advantage and force yourself on my sister. For that you will pay. Dustrick. Sorry, screaming, not my eyes, not my eyes, crying while Naruto is pushing his fingers in his eye socket. Naruto. Yes, scream more and suffer. Dustrick. I am sorry, please stop, let me go, sorry, sore. Thud. He fell unconscious. NO1 POV. We can see Naruto cleaning himself off all the blood. Time skip 30 minutes. We can see Naruto coming out of the bar, clean off all the blood, and going towards Apartment Plaza in the red light district. Apartment Plaza, room number 163. Naruto POV. I went in the room, me and my sister, sure. As I went in, I could see her sleeping peacefully after the nightmare she suffered because of that man. But I am happy that she is all right. Noon POV. Naruto slowly pushes her sister in the bed and also lays down beside her sister and says, "Good night, sis." CH. 13 Nine Tails, become my slave or die. Flashback. 10 years to the night of the Kyuubi attack at Sealing Moment. Minato has just summoned a Shinigami through Death Demon's consuming seal to seal the Nine Tails into his son and daughter, Naruto and Mito. While the Nine Tails sealing in Mito went without a hitch, but when Nine Tails were sealed inside Naruto's Shinigami, seal placed upon Naruto started to fade away when the Nine Tails was sealed inside Naruto, as the sealing matrix started to move toward both of Naruto's palms. Flashback and its flashback inside flashback. After Naruto Otsutsuki was sealed. Hagoromo, now to add extra precaution. Himura, what are you going to do, brother, and what do you mean by extra precautions? Hagoromo, I don't think it's possible, but in a case the box is unsealed and he is out, he is going to need a conduct to exist in this plane of existence, so for him to not influence or take control of the poor soul's body, and to keep Gizo out of his grasp, I am going to place the seal at my full power on his palm, and Himura, you put the same seal at your full power on his other hand's palm. Himura, okay, brother. Flashback 2 end. The seal is shaped like Tsunade diamond seal but is black in color with bright golden. In the seal. CH. 14 Nine Tails, become my slave or die. Part 2. In the seal where Naruto is sealed. Nine Tails, where am I? Looking around. Oh! Nine Tails, or should I say Kurama? Nine Tails roared. Huh. Do you know my name? Where are you? Come forth, as the strongest of the Bijus is odoring you. Oh! Ha ha ha. The strongest of the Biju, you say, but serious voice. You are wrong. The strongest of all the Bijus, including the 10 Tails, is, and will be Gizo, as he is my creation. Nine Tails dash, eyes widening. No, you are an impostors. You are supposed go be sealed in the box created by father. Oh, so you recognize me, nephew. Nine Tails, even though you are my uncle Otsutsuki Naruto, you will never be a part of our family. Naruto, oh, well, since you have already disowned me, it will easier for me for what I am about to do. But first, I need my son back. Nine Tails, ha, screaming in pain because Naruto is siphoning of its chakra. Naruto, yes, in delight now. Narrator, we can see Nine Tails' red chakra and going towards a seal inside the seal placed by Hagoromo. The seal looks like this. We can see a pair of eyes with Rinna Sharingan in them opening. Narrator, the chakra mix slams against the seal door and trying to break it. Cracks are appearing in the seal since all 9 Bijus were created by Hagoromo have a bit of his chakra, allowing Naruto to break the seal. Narrator, and a crunching and shattering sound can be heard as the locks fell apart, and a loud roar could be heard. O-A-R. Naruto, it would seem you have gotten a lot stronger, just like me, my son, Gizo. Ninetales, backing up in fear. No, 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 no. Father's plan is falling apart. No. Gizo slams open the shut gates. Father, I am back. Narrator. Gizo flows near to Naruto and bows down as way to show respect, and Naruto with a true smile pets him and says while turning to look towards Ninetales. Naruto, so Ninetales, since I am feeling generous, now tell either you can die or become my slave, with a creepy smile. Ninetales, growling, I will die before I become your slave. Naruto, so I shall as you wish, proceeds to launch towards Ninetales. No one POV. Ninetales started to charge a Baijidama-tailed beast bomb, but it was stopped by Naruto as he slammed the Baijidama and it expelled, and a lot of dust is blown with land and debris but after the explosion got cleared, Naruto was standing there with no damage at all, and started laughing and said it's time to end this and smirked. Author POV. Ninetales. Yes, we shall end it, and I shall be victorious. Naruto, keep dreaming. No one POV. Naruto punches Kyuubi across his face as Kyuubi fell back. He smashed his tails on Naruto as he was flung back. Oh, so Ninetales playing with his tail, said Naruto. Naruto charged more chakra than even the Ninetales in his fist and smashed it in his jaw. A crunching sound could be heard as Kyuubi was flung back. Its face was not recognizable, but it started healing, but it took a lot of chakra. Kyuubi was now only left with 7 tails worth of chakra and started shallow breathing, whereas Naruto was completely 5. It would seem our playtime is over, Kyuubi, said Naruto. As he said this, his Rinna Sharingan, and said just one word, limbo. An unseeable force was slammed into the Ninetales, forcing to his knees. Author POV. Naruto, now BOW. Ninetales, no, I will not. I would die before bowing to you. Naruto, then you are of no use to me. No one POV. As Naruto says this, he plunged his hand into Kyuubi's gut and started absorbing its chakra and pulled out Ninetales' soul and turns it into a soul fruit, while saying, soul manipulation ability granted to win by his Rinna Sharingan, and ate the fruit, gaining all of Ninetales' experience and memories. Till the time he sorted through all of Ninetales' memories, he had absorbed Ninetales and said, so that's what has happened from the time I was sealed. Interesting. Flashback end. Ch. 15 The council meeting. Time skip 2 years, 1 month before graduation exams. No one POV. It is a month before the graduation exams to become a genin are going to start. Right now we move into an alleyway where there are 2 kids, 1 boy with slight bruises and a girl with no scratch. These care none other than Naruto and Mito, and in front of them were 3 drunk civil lions who thought it would be good to fight, or they thought beat the demon spawns even after what happened 2 years ago. Flashback 2 years. Naruto and Mito were eating breakfast the day after Naruto had beaten those civil lions. Then there was someone who rang the doorbell. Naruto got up grumbling, stupid people cannot even let me have breakfast peacefully, and Mito just smiled at his brother's annoyance and grumbling face. As Naruto opened the door, there was an Umbu who said that he has been summoned for a council meeting. And Naruto replied, I will be there after I finish my breakfast and get ready. Umbu said, no, you have to be there right now. Hokage orders, kid. Alright, fine, Naruto replied back. Naruto went back to the table, picked the teast, and dipped it into tea, and ate it, and told Mito that he has been summoned by the Hokage. Time skip to Hokage office, council chambers. Author POV. Yenbyu esteemed council, I have brought Naruto Uzumaki. Hokage Sarutobi. Thank you, Boar. You can go now. Naruto Uzumaki. Do you know why you have been summoned? Naruto, no, Hokage-sama. Hokage, you have been brought here for your trial for your crime. Naruto, what crime, Hokage-sama? Inwardly smirking. Hokage, your crime is an assault on civil lions, and one of them being a councilman. Naruto, oh, that I totally forgot about it. Councilman, civilian. So, you admit that you did what the claim says. Naruto, well, yes, but before my punishment, tell me, is rape allowed in the village? And if no, then what will happen? The rape is done by a councilman. Hokage, no, rape is not allowed in the village, and if it is done by a councilman, then he will be either life imprisonment or executed. Naruto smirked. No one POV. So, Dustrick, would you like to comment on that? Naruto said. Dustrick replied, what are you talking about, sweating a lot? So you are saying that you are innocent, said Naruto. Then you would not mind let a Yamanaka show as your memories of this week, said Naruto to Dustrick. No, you cannot do that, screamed Dustrick. This caused Hokage to get suspicious of Dustrick and ordered Yamanaka and Noichi to go through his mind and show the entire council what he has done. And by the way, civilian council except a few members do not hate Naruto and Mito but also do not like them. They are neutral. Author POV. Hokage, take him to Ibiki and after extracting all the information from him then take him to the blood prison. I am sorry Naruto, I could not protect Mito. As for compensation, to what district did you now own all of his possessions? No one POV. This meeting is adjourned. With that, Naruto walked out with a huge smirk. 16. The Summoning Jutsu. 1 week before the graduation exam. Unknown place. Father, are you sure he is the one? Yes, son, he is the prophesized one that our progenitor Gizo told us. No one POV. It was the last week of the academy. Naruto was at the top of his class, being a contender for the Rookie of the Year with Mito being Kunoichi of the Year. Naruto POV. I was watching 2 jonin fight together. One was a man with gravity-defying gray hair with a face mask covering his entire face except his left eye. The other one was a strange man with big eyebrows, bow-cut hair, sparkling white teeth, and a green body jumpsuit. And I was fascinated with the jutsu performed by the gray-hair jonin, and I copies the hand signs of the jutsu, which I know is the summoning jutsu. The next day, I was in the training ground 44, also known as the Forest of Death. As I performed the hand signs, there was a poof and a cloud of smoke, and I was summoned into another world, as I did not have any summoning contract. I was in a plane of existence different from my own, the elemental nations. I was on a floating platform with many different shaped and sized floating platforms around me with a lot of greeny and giant trees, and in front of me was my summoning creature. 17. The Dragon Summoning and the Statues, Part 1. Naruto POV. As I saw what was in front of me for the first time in my life, I felt scared because this being could kill me without a single thought. It was a dragon, a giant around a 50 meters giant with red and purple scales, a giant red tail with huge spiky scales on his back, and 2 giant around 5 meters long horns on his head with a small 1 to 2 meters tall horn on his nose with black wings as giant as 2 Hokage monuments combine with purple spots in them. As I stood there feeling astonishment, fear, and surprisingly excitement, and a feeling which I could not point on but kind of felt like relativity. Author POV. Dragon, whoa, who are you, little one, and how did you get here and drop the henge since there are no humans here? Naruto, what henge? I am under no henge, and let me tell you, I am no little one, I am Uzumaki Naruto. Dragon, in a surprised voice. How can this be? No human is allowed to enter our lands unless, and until you are? Naruto, what until you are? Finish the sentence. Dragon, so the time has finally come. It is starting just like the prophecy. I am sorry for accusing you. I am, as you know, a dragon, and my name is Nexato A. I am the general of Dragon Attack Force. Naruto. Okay, Nexato, I forgive you. And where am I? Nexato. You are in the lands of Dragon, known as Kintoko, but also known as the Forbidden Lands. And I would like you to get on my back and come with me to meet the Elder and complete a part of the prophecy. 18. The Dragon Summoning and the Statues, Part 2. Nexato is a lightning dragon with a considerable affinity, around Jonin level, towards wind. Nexato looks like this. Change the colors as provided in the description in the Revius chapter. And I forgot to mention, but Gizo, Naruto Dragon Beast, looks like this. But with 10 black tails with spikes at their ends. Naruto POV. As I was ridden on Nexato's back, the wind brushing past me, we arrived near a large cave. As we entered the cave, it was all dark with barely any visibility, but then with the help of Nexato, I was able to navigate my way towards a large hall situated near the end of the cave, and there it was one of the most magnificent statues, looking like they were bowing towards the painting which was situated in between them, and the painting and statues were covered in seals, placed by Naruto Otsutsuki. Author POV. Nexato, these are our ancestors and the strongest to ever live, but they were not able to hatch from the shell made up of nature energy, and the painting is of our god's most powerful creation. Gizyo, the dragon god of destruction, also known as the 10-tailed destruction dragon. WTH 10 tails and Rinna Sharingan in his eyes, but of yellow color with slits. Naruto. Wow, he looks so cool. And what are the statues? Nexato. The one on our left is the Dragon King Bahamut, and on the right is Tiamat, the Dragon Queen. The Dragon King Bahamut. The Dragon Queen Tiamat. Naruto, so were you also in this shell? And are you the only dragon here, since I have not seen any other dragon? Nexato, no, I am not the only dragon. We are in a forbidden land where not many dragons come, and no, me and my brethren were born of the energy released by Gizyo, Bahamut, and Tiamat when they were given birth, or more of you can say were being created by our god. Naruto, so would you mind telling me something about your god? Nexato, I would if me and my brethrens knew something about him, but we only know about him because of a few memories we got from Gizyo, Bahamut, and Tiamat. Naruto, okay, so what now? Suddenly, there was a roar. Dragon roar. And Nexato paled because it was ch. 19 the talk with the dragon summoning clan leader. Naruto, Nexato, why are you trembling? Nexato, you are asking me why I should not tremble. Well, it is because she is going to kill me. Naruto, who is going to kill you and why? Nexato, I forgot to tell the leader that you have arrived and I brought you here without her permission. She is the most powerful dragon after Gizyo, Bahamut, and Tiamat. Her name is Ararararl Oearar. Ararararl Oearar. Ararararl Oearar. Ararararl Oearar. Ararararl Oearar. Someone enters the sacred treasure room. Nexato, the leader of the dragon summoning clan. Nexato, Graphia, the ice demon dragon. Nexato bows down in front of her, and Naruto followed to not anger the leader. Like this. Graphia. Nexato, what are you doing here without my permission? Nexato, I am sorry, Graphia-sama. I will accept any punishment you give me. But please, can you please hear me out? Graphia, I allow you to speak freely. Nexato, well, you see, Graphia-sama, I was just patrolling our sealed borders and keeping an eye on the other summoning clan's activities, and just when I was about to finish my patrols, there was a small zero loom of smoke out of nowhere in front of me, and from out of it came this little guy. Nexato pushes Naruto forward with his tail. Graphia, continue, while keeping an eye on Naruto. Nexato, yes, Graphia-sama, as I saw him, I thought he was just a hatchling pranking me by transforming, and when he told me he was not a transformation, I was gonna eat him, but my curiosity got the better of me and his name. He told me that his name is Naruto Uzumaki, and that he performed the summoning jutsu without a contract. Graphia, interesting, and Uzumaki you say. Nexato, continue, and mind telling me why you didn't brought the little guy to me. While raising an eyebrow. Nexato, yes, Graphia-sama, still trembling. I was excited to hear that he came here in the way only when the jutsu performer do not have a summoning contract. They are transported to their most compatible summoning realm, and I thought and believed that he might be the prophesized child, because of which I got excited and brought him here, and forgot to tell you. Naruto, Nexato, what are you going on about me being this prophesized child? Nexato, sorry, Naruto, cannot tell you right now. When the time comes, we'll tell you. Naruto, okay, grumbled. Graphia, Naruto, since it would seem that your most compatibility is with the dragons, I will let you become a dragon summoner. But first tell me, do you want to be a dragon summoner? Naruto, yes, Graphia-sama, it would be my pleasure to become a dragon summoner. Naruto bows down in front of Graphia as show of his gratitude. Like this. Graphia, well, that Naruto, you're gonna have to take a test to become a Drogon Sumo. Naruto, h, screaming in pain. Nexato, Naruto, screamed. What is happening to him, Graphia-sama? Graphia, I don't know, Nexato. Nexato, should we take him to Tuka, another dragon? No one POV. Just then there was a roar and monstrous amount of chakra came out of Naruto and went towards Gizo painting. And there was a huge flash of light which blinded everyone. And as the light died down, there was someone standing between Bahamut and Tiamat statues. Author POV. Graphia and Nexato, bows down. My lord, you have returned. We have waited for a long time for your return. WTH 10 tails and Rinnesharingan in his eyes, but of yellow color with slits. Gizo, the dragon god of destruction, also known as the 10-tailed dragon of destruction. Naruto is unconscious right now. Chapter 20 Gizo. Gizo, it has been centuries since I have felt this free. Graphia. Gizo-sama, it's an honor to meet you. I am Graphia, an ice demon dragon and the current head of the dragon clan. Nexato. And my name is Nexato, a lightning dragon. It's an honor to meet you. Gizo, so my creation still exists, it's good to know. But tell me how many of my kind still exists. Graphia. Well, my lord, there are about 758 dragons with fighting skills, 33 healing dragons, and 327 hatchling dragons. Gizo. Well, the numbers are okay, but I carry orders from our lord. Father has told me to inform you that. Secret. Graphia. We understand, Gizo-sama, but what shall we do with the child? Gizo. Give the boy the dragon summoning mark and send him back to his village after he wakes up, and also get him a personal dragon familiar. Graphia. Okay, my lord, will do that as soon as he wakes up. Chapter 21, Graduaton 1. A month later. Mito POV. I was sitting beside my brother in the academy. Suddenly I started to hear loud screaming noises from outside. And I instantly knew who it was. The pink-haired banshee named Haruno Sakura, Trash, and the yellow mind-stalker named Yamanaka Ino. Both of these were what they called themselves the leaders of the Sasuke Fangirls Club, also being the reason why the Kunoichi name is tarnished, as they focus more on their beauty than training to be a ninja, thinking that when they are in danger their knight in the golden shining armor will come defeat the bad guys and marry them. Truly, they are the worst of their kind. Sakura, POV. I was racing with my rival Ino Yamanaka to see who get to sit beside my love Sasuke Uchiha. When I entered our classroom, I won by only a second. When I tried to look for Sasuke, I saw Sasuke sitting beside the window. With him sat Naruto and Mito. I ran there and asked them to move. Naruto POV. I was sleeping when I suddenly heard shouting beside me. I recognized one being Mito, who seemed angry, and other was screeching, and I recognized that it was the trash pink board. When I opened my eyes, I saw something which I have only seen once, and it happened recently. Flashback. I started to wake up and saw Tiamat, and I asked her what happened, and she told me it was the test of pain tolerance and that I passed, and to sign the summoning contract. After signing it, I was sent back. After clearing the smoke, I saw something which I should never have. My sister Mito coming out of the bath. When our eyes met, we both froze. I ran outside, my face all red, and then I felt it. I shakingly saw back, and it was my sister, fully clothed with her hair split into 9 parts, a visage of 9 tails behind her, and it was the most terrifying thing I have been through. Flashback over. I flinched seeing Mito hair splitting into the 9 parts, and, at the right time, Irika came. No one POV. Irika. Alright class, it is time for your graduation test. CH. 22 graduation I last part. Irika. Alright class, it is time for your graduation test. Irika. First we are going to have the written exam for 45 minutes. There will 50 questions, out of which you have to attempt 40. Each question carries 5 marks. Incorrect answer will have negative marking of -1. Not attempted questions will be allotted 0 marks. Mizuki will distribute the papers. If you have any doubt, just raise your hand. Does everybody understand that? Class, yes, sensei. Naruto POV. Mizuki starts distributing the paper. When I was handed question paper, I felt there was something wrong with it. Focusing keenly, I identified that there was a layer of chakra on it, like genjutsu was casted on it, showing the questions too difficult for even a chunin, figuring it must be one of the teachers doing since we were assigned seats a week ago. Putting my fingers on the paper, I absorbed all the chakra used in the genjutsu. It was one of the neat tricks I was taught by Tiamat. After dispelling the genjutsu, I looked towards Mito, who has also figured that a genjutsu was casted on the paper and had dispelled it easily. After all, for the past months, she was being trained by me mostly on chakra control and taijutsu. 45 minutes later. No one POV. Irika, okay, class time's up. I will collect your paper now and mark it. After that we will go for second exam. 15 minutes later. Irika. Okay, class, now the second exam is going to be Shuriken Jutsu, so now make a line of march towards the ground. You will meet your examiner there. In the ground in front of practice dummies. Oh. Okay, class, my name is Kotetsu, and I am going to be the examiner of the second part of the exam. Time skip to Naruto turn. Kotetsu Naruto, you are next. Naruto POV. As my name was called, I went towards the marked area, picked up the shuriken and kunai together, poured some chakra into them, and threw towards the target dummies. All of the kunais and shuriken hit the target in the dead center. No one POV. Kotetsu Naruto 10 out of 10 in kunai throwing and 10 out of 10 in shuriken throwing and 2 points extra for throwing them at once. Sasuke fangirls, Sensei punish Naruto for cheating. There is no way the loser can get more points than my Sasuke-kun. Sakura screaming. Kotetsu silence, class, we are ninjas not animals, so stop screaming, and would you all mind telling me how he cheated, because I could not find any signs of cheating from Naruto, and if you do not have any proof then shut your goddamn mouths and wait for your turn. The fangirls stayed silent. Kotetsu good, next Izumi Uchiha, Sasuke's sister. Time skip. Kotetsu, okay, so now that everyone has performed, the scores are Naruto, 22 of 20, Mito 19 of 20, Sasuke 19 of 20, Izumi 18 of 20, Shino 15 of 20, Sai 15 of 20, Hinata 15 of 20, Kiba 15 of 20, Choji 13 of 20, Shikamaru 12/20, Ayano 10 of 20, Sakura 9 of 20, etc. Kotetsu. Now the third part is taijutsu. First the girls, then the boys. The first fight is between Sakura and Izumi. The rest of you wait for your turn in the sidelines. Now fight. Sakura. Izumi, you should quit as you are going to lose, and then Saki-kun will acknowledge me, and we will marry, and then. Author's POV. As Sakura was talking, she left herself wide open for Izumi to rush in and punch Sakura in the gut, make her spit saliva, and kicked her face, knocking her out. No one POV. Kotetsu. Izumi wins. Next, Ino and Mito. Mito wins by punching Ino in the face, breaking her nose, and making her bleed. Time skip to the boys. Speed running fights. Shikamaru versus Choji. Choji wins. Kiba versus Shino. Kiba wins. Sai versus some random civilian student. Sai wins. Kotetsu. Next, Naruto versus Sasuke. Author's POV. As the fight starts, Sasuke rushes towards Naruto while Naruto is just standing there with his hands in the pocket, which infuriated Sasuke, thinking that he, the almighty Sasuke Uchiha, is being looked down upon by some commoner. Sasuke tries to punch Naruto in the gut, but Naruto jumps and kicks Sasuke in the face, making his nose bleed. After recovering from the hit, Sasuke tries to sweep kick Naruto, but Naruto jumps backward, avoiding the hit, and rushes towards Sasuke to punch him in the face, and as Sasuke begins to block it but realized that it was a decoy, but it was too late as Naruto kicks Sasuke in the side, makes Sasuke fall to the ground, grabbing his side, and as Sasuke looked up, a knee was coming straight towards his nose, and poor attempt to escape, he rolled, but he rolled out of the ring, disqualifying him, making Naruto the winner. No one POV. Kotetsu winner, Naruto. Now that all the fights are over, go towards your classroom for the last part of the graduation exams. Time skip to your classroom. Irika. Okay, class, now your fourth and final part of your graduation exams is going to be ninjutsu test. I will call your name, and then you will come for your testing. Time skip to the main part. Irika, Naruto, I want you to perform a substitution, a clone, and the transformation jutsu. Naruto. Okay, sensei. Naruto performs all three without any hand signs. Irika. Good, Naruto. Now here is your headband. Next, Mito. Author's POV. Mito performs all three jutsu, clone jutsu with some difficulty, and substitution and transformation easily, without any hand signs, and passes. No one POV. Irika. Okay, class, now that the exams are over, all those who pass, congratulations, and those who fail, do not demotivate yourself, you can try next year. The Rookie of the Year is Naruto, with runner-up being Sasuke, and the Kunoichi of the Year is Izumi, with runner-up being Mito. For team placements, you all have to come next week on Thursday. Till then, enjoy. And once again, congratulations on being a ninja. Naruto POV. After Irika dismissed us Mito, and I went towards the Ikarakos to celebrate and have dinner as it was already evening, and then went home to get some rest as it was a tiring day. CH23, Traitor. Naruto POV. Me and Mito were sleeping when I heard a knock. As I opened my eyes, I saw Mito was talking to someone who I was not able to see properly as my eyes were a bit blurry. After blinking sometimes and standing up, it was none other than Mizuki, the assistant of Irika. Author POV. Mizuki notices Naruto. Mizuki, Naruto, you are awake. Mito, big brother. Hugs Naruto. Mito, good morning, big brother. Naruto, good morning, Mito. Mizuki, it is good that you are awake, Naruto. I have something important for you and your sister. Time skip. Everything goes as canon, but except of passing, Naruto and Mito are told that it is a special test to become a Chunin. Naruto, hey, Mito, don't you think Mizuki was being a little bit Suzy? While jumping of roofs, moving towards Hokage office. Mito, well, now you say that he was stuttering and trembling a lot. Naruto, I think we should tell Hokage about what Mizuki has told us to confirm that is there even a test like that. What do you say? Mito, no, what if it was really a test, then we would lose our chance of becoming Chunin just after graduating. Naruto, well, you see, Mizuki gives me bad vibes. After all, he always stared at you like the villagers, so I still stand with my decision of telling the old man about the test. And even if it was a real test, what the worst that can happen, we will have to work hard to reach the Chunin rank. That will make us stronger, you know. Mito, okay, I will go with your plan, but if it was really a test, I will beat you up. No one POV. As Naruto and Mito reach the Hokage office, they jump in through the window and almost gave Hiruzen a heart attack as he was reading Ika Paradise, his student's erotic book. As soon as Hiruzen saw Naruto and Mito land beside him, his hand moved so fast that even Minato's Hiroshin will look a toddler crawling and hid the book under the special compartment under the table. After ensuring that the book weighs safe, he finally gave his attention to Naruto and Mito. Author's POV. Hiruzen, what are you both doing here? Should you both not be at home? Mito, well, you see, old man, me and brother were sleeping when I woke up after hearing a knock, and it was Mizuki-sensei. He told me he has something important to tell, and that was when brother got up. Naruto, after waking up, I saw that Mizuki was talking to Mizuki, and when he noticed me, he said that he has a task for us, which is a very difficult test, that is to steal the scroll of sealing from your office and bring it to the Konoha forest under the largest tree there, and if we are able to accomplish it, we would directly be promoted to Chunin rank. And after hearing his explanation, I felt something fishy and had doubts about the test being false to cover something, so I thought I should tell you about this. So, old man, is there really a test like this, or my suspicions are correct? Hiruzen, Naruto, your deduction skills have improved. Yes, you are correct, and your suspicions were right on spot. From what you have told me, it is clear to say that Mizuki is a Hiruzen, Mito, and Naruto, traitor to this village. CH24 capture. Time skip to the meeting place, where Mizuki has told Naruto and Mito to meet with a scroll of sealings. Mizuki POV. I told those brats to meet me here in 2 hours, and it has been 1.5 hours already. Where are they? Were they caught? Did they spill the beans about me? Then I heard the rustling of bushes, and the demon brat and demon brat's brother came with a scroll slung over their back. Just seeing the scroll of sealings on his back made me cackle in mad laughter like a madman, thinking of ways how I will be awarded by Orochimaru-sama. Author POV. Naruto, Sensei, we have completed the test you gave us. Here is the scroll of sealing you asked for. Mizuki, oh great. Naruto, Mito, but what took you guys so long? Mito, sorry Sensei, we were late, since we thought of trying to learn a jutsu from scroll. Naruto hands over the scroll of sealing to Mizuki. Mizuki, well, tell me, did you found it difficult to locate the scroll, and did anyone follow you? Mito, yes Sensei, it was tricky to locate the scroll and steal it, but we were successful and no one followed us, as we were not spotted by any shinobi, especially the Umbus. Mizuki, well done both of you. I hereby declare you both a Chunin, and congratulations both of you. Now both of you just have to go to the Hokage, Tell him about the mission and how you accomplished it, and he will grant you both your Chunin vest and will update your rank to Chunin in the Shinobi Register. Now, go both of you, and well done once again. Mito. Well, Sensei, you do not need to worry about it, as we already sent a shadow clone to Gigi about passing your rank upgradation test. You can thank me, Sensei, for saving our time. Mizuki, you're joking, right, Mito? Sweating and stuttering in nervousness. Brings a Fuma shuriken out from a seal on his wrist. Naruto, no, we are not joking, Sensei, what happened? Asks innocently. Mizuki, I thought I would let you go, but I think it was not to be. Silence in the clearing. Now it is time for both of you to die. Brings a Fuma shuriken out of the seal on his wrist. No one POV. Mizuki jumps back and throws the Fuma shuriken at Naruto, who has a shocked look on his face and is not able to move because of fear. As the Fuma shuriken almost reached Naruto, the shocked look on Naruto's face turned into a confident smile, and he stretches his right hand towards the Fuma shuriken and plucks it out of air without any effort, shocking Mizuki and midly shocking Mito. Author POV. Mizuki, how? You are a genin, a fresh out of the academy graduated genin. How can you perform that skill with such precision? It is not possible. Naruto, oh, you see, I am not like normal genin, I am smarter, I am stronger, I am better than fools like you. Mizuki, I will kill you for disrespecting me, brat. Mito, if you are so sure, then you can kill both of us. Why don't you tell us your plan of what you are going to do with the forbidden scroll of seals? Mizuki, well, Domain, I will take it as your last wish. You see, I was going to give the scroll to Orochimaru-sama, and in return he will provide me with power and make me his right-hand man, and since you are close to that demon-loving Hokage, I thought of using both of you as a bait. Naruto, ha 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 ha. Well, I must thank you, Mizuki, for providing us with proof for us to prove our innocence. Mizuki, ha ho ha 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 ho ha ho ha ho ha ho ha ha. Naruto, oh, they won't, I know that, but they will if it is your voice. Shows a seal under his elbow and pushes chakra into it. Well, Domain, I will take it as your last wish. You see, I was going to give the scroll to Orochimaru-sama, and in return he will provide me with power and make me his right-hand man, and since you are close to that demon-loving Hokage, I thought of using both of you as a bait. In Mizuki voice. You see, Mizuki, this is a seal I created that records sound. Mizuki, well, how will you show the seal to the council when you are about to die? Mito, oh, we're not going to die, but you're going to die, but you're going to get captured. Naruto, oh, we are not the one who is going to do that. They are. Naruto and Mito both whistle simultaneously. No one POV. A Naruto and Mito whistled. 5 umbus jumped out of the bushes and put their swords on Mizuki's neck. Author POV. Yenbyu-1. By the orders of the Hokage, you are to be captured for your transgression against the village. Yenbyu-2. And from what we have heard about your plan, you'll be brought to justice accordingly. No one POV. One of the umbu knocks out Mizuki by chopping the back of his neck and sunshin away after nodding toward Naruto and Mito. Author POV. Naruto, well, Mito, it is the time for us to go. We will report about our findings tomorrow. Mito, okay, brother, let's go and rest. I am tired. Chapter 25. Was that a dream? The next day around 2 a.m. Naruto POV. I was running, my legs were hurting a lot. I do not know how much time it has been, maybe hours, days, weeks, months, years, a decade, I do not know, but the way my legs were hurting, it felt like I was running for even centuries. Suddenly I heard someone walking beside me, but I could not see the person, no, the being walking beside me, because of the ominous aura it was letting out. It felt unnatural, full of negative energy, so much that I cannot even fathom it being of a human being. Maybe the reason I could not see him was because of the darkness around me. There was no light, I could not even see my own limbs. Then there was a light at a faraway distance, but it was reassuring that I have reached the end of whatever place I was in. As I reached the end, I could see that the light was coming out of a diamond-shaped hole like the one that is on my palm. Now I was standing in front the diamond, finally stopping, giving my legs some rest, but I could not see anything on the other side. It was just white light. Figuring that I had nowhere to go, I shrugged and went in, but it was not white light that welcomed me on the other side. What awaited me was a place full of greenery, plants, and flowers. I have never heard or seen these types of flowers and trees that were touching the sky, that I could not even see the top of the trees. But the thing that caught my eye was a cage. No way to see what is inside, only an emblem embedded on it. The emblem shaped like it was a horn shaped like a crown on someone's head, and an eye with ripple pattern and tomos in it just like a Sharingan, and there was another cage. No, a destroyed cage with a dragon head emblem on it, but there was one thing common in both of them: the word Otsutsuki is written just below the emblem. As I went near the cage, there was this sensation that I have never felt before, but it was as if I instinctively knew what it was. It was the sensation of being complete, and it was addicting. It was as if all my years of living, I have done nothing other than being incomplete, and as I neared the cage, my hand, without my consent, automatically touched the cage where the horn emblem was. It felt like someone had held my hand and made me specifically touch the center of the emblem, and when I spoke the word that was written below, engraved in the emblem, an unimaginable amount of white light was bursting out of the cage. It felt like I was being pushed. I gasped out and saw that it was 5:55 in the morning, and I was beside Mito on our bed, and then I came to the realization that all that I had seen and felt was nothing but just a dream. But was it really a dream? It felt so real, and then the alarm clock rang, and seeing Mito starting to wake up, I convinced myself that the dream was real. But inside the seal, when Naruto touched the emblem, a pair of huge red Rinne opened, which seemed like belonging to a beast, and two eyes, specifically a golden Rinne and a dark blue Rinne were at full display. These two were none other than Gizo and Naruto Otsutsuki. Naruto Otsutsuki POV. So, this is my counter-ego. Well, he is weak, but no matter, now that we have made a connection, I can see through his eyes and have access to his memories. Gizo, it is time to start the plan. Gizo, as you say, father. At the same time, in another plane of existence. The place was dark with purple mist covering the entirety. The moment Naruto Uzumaki touched the cage, a pair of purple Rinnegan and a pair of Tensegan eyes can be seen opening in panic, and both of these beings said the words they both feared simultaneously while looking into each other's eyes with a shaking and fearful voice. He is back. Ch. 26 secret revealed. No one POV. In the Hokage office. Knock. Hiruzen, who is it? Secretary. Sir, it is Naruto and Mito. Hiruzen, send them in. Door opens and Naruto and Mito enters. Mito, Gigi, how are you? Naruto. Hey, old man. Hiruzen, I am fine. Mito, how are you? And Naruto. Mito, we are okay, Gigi. So why did you call for us so early? You know that we were coming to tell you about our findings about the interaction we had with Mizuki? Hiruzen, well, I called you both early because I wanted to reveal something to both of you. Naruto. Old man, hurry up and tell us already. We are not free all day. Hiruzen. Okay, but first tell me about your interaction with Mizuki, and Naruto, show me the proof you talked about. Naruto. Here, Gigi. This is a seal that records sound, my personal creation, and it is Mizuki Confession. Hiruzen is briefed about everything related to Mizuki by Naruto and Mito. Hiruzen. Well, that was a lot of information to know. Mito. Well, just now that we are done with debriefing, what was the secret that you were going to tell us? Hiruzen. Well, you see, Naruto and Mito, I was good friends with your parents. Now, before you say why did not tell you both about them, it was told to me by them to not tell you both about it until you both become genuine and are able to protect yourself. But you see, that was not the only reason I called you both here. The main reason was that I wanted to reveal Mito's status to both of you. Naruto, what status? And when are you going to tell us who are our parents? With an edge in his tone. Hiruzen. Well, you see, Naruto, my boy, Mito is a Jinchuriki, which refers to human sacrifice. They are those people who holds one of the 9 bijus, and Mito holds the strongest of them, all the 9 tails. And that is the reason why people hate Mito, and you for being her brother and shield. Mito starts crying. Mito, so all those villagers who used to say, I am a demon were Rai. Naruto slaps Mito. Naruto. Mito, you are not a demon. Tell me, if you seal a kunai into a scroll, does the scroll becomes a kunai? Mito. No, it remains a scroll. Naruto. Now, in the same reference, think of you as a scroll and the 9 tails as the kunai. Now, if the 9 tails is sealed inside you, does that make you a demon? And oh right, so stop saying you are a demon. You Mito Uzumaki, 9 tails jailer, and my little sister, and old man, tell me, am I wrong to assume that the 4th Hokage, aka Minato Namikaze, is our father? Hiruzen, how did you know? Naruto, well, I figured it out since no Hokage will take someone else's child they cannot give their own, and I heard people talking saying Kushina Uzumaki, Minato Namake's wife, was pregnant, and when you put all these situations together, it just screams that Minato Namake's and Kushina Uzumaki are our parents. Hiruzen surprised. Hiruzen, well, now that you already know who your parents and Mito's secret is, I think you both should go and train since tomorrow is team selection announcement. Mito, okay, Gigi, come on Naruto, let's go eat ramen. Naruto, okay, I am coming by old man. CH, 27 team selection. Author POV. Irika. Good morning, class. From this day on, you guys will no longer be students of the academy, but full-fledged shinobi lowest of the low. Your greatest challenges, all ahead. We will begin by dividing you guys into 3-man cells. Each cell will be mentored by one jonin, a senior shinobi who will guide and mentor you guys. Mito, yeah. Naruto, hey, calm down. Mito, sorry, just got exited. Irika announcing the teams. Team 1, Team 6. Team 7 will be Sasuke, Sakura, and Mito. Team 8, Team 10 same as canon. Team 11 will be a special team since there were only 2 genin remaining. So according to the Konoha Charter of Education and Graduation Rules, Section 69-106, this will be a 3-man team with 2 genin and 1 sensei, and will do both combined missions with other teams and individual missions also. The members of this team will be Naruto Uzumaki and Izumi Uchiha. Your sensei will Yugao Yuzuki. Chapter 28, Meeting with the Sensei. Training Ground 11. Yugao's POV. I was waiting for my cute little genins to come to Training Ground 11 for the test. I could still clearly remember how our first meeting transpired just a few moments ago. Flashback 15 minutes. No one POV. Naruto, thoughts, man, it's been 15 minutes since the team announcement. Where is our sensei? Only our team and Team 7 are left. Mito. Hey Naruto. It's bad luck that we do not get to be on the same team. But worry not, because the great Mito Uzumaki is your competition now, so if you're scared, it's normal since you're going against me. Naruto. Now, do not get too cocky. We both know who is the stronger one out of both of us. With a snarky smile. What Naruto looks like, just remove the face mask and make the sword smaller, and the tips of the hair are white. And this is how Mito looks. This is how Izumi looks. Izumi, not gloomy like Sasuke, mostly opposite of Sasuke, hates Itachi, but thinks Itachi had some hidden motives behind the massacre. Hey Naruto. How are you doing? It's great that we get to be on the same team. Naruto. Yeah, Izumi, it's good to know I was not the one stuck with the almighty brooding one. Mito laughs and Izumi snickers. Then, Sasuke and Izumi were left by Itachi and are known as the last of the Uchihas, while Izumi still believes Itachi had an ulterior motive behind killing their parents and clan members, but Sasuke is just like in canon and wants to kill Itachi for revenge. Because of this, both of them do not get along that well. Suddenly, the door of the classroom opens. Naruto POV. As the classroom door opens, a beautiful kunoichi with purple hair with an umbu uniform on which she wore a jonin jacket with a sword attached to her back entered. No one POV. Yujiao. Team 11, I am your jonin sensei. Yugao Yuzuki, meet me at Training Ground 11 in 20 minutes, otherwise you will be kicked out of the shinobi program. Sun shins away. Izumi. I think we should go, right? Naruto. Yeah, I also think so. Both of them ran away from the Shinobi Academy towards Training Ground 11, leaving Sasuke, Sakura, and Mito alone. Flashback over. Training Ground 11. Yugao POV. Now, where are they? Only 5 minutes are left. From the corner of her eyes, she saw a dust cloud approaching her. No one POV. Naruto. Sensei, we are here. Huffing and puffing. Izumi, and that also before time. Yugao. Well, that's something that I cannot argue about. Well, now, let us first introduce ourselves. I will go first. My name is Yuga Yuzuki, a former umbu, and now your jonin sensei. My likes are my boyfriend, strawberry cake, and sword practice. My dislikes are people who look down on the people who walk the path of sword. My goal is to perfect my sword style and live a happy life. Now, is Izumi, you introduce yourself. Izumi. Well, my name is Izumi Uchiha. My likes are my friends, cheese, and training. My dislikes are tomatoes, hyugas, and not being able to train. My goal is to ask certain someone why they did something they shouldn't have. Yugao. Now Naruto, you go. Naruto. Well, my name is Naruto Uzumaki. My likes are my friends and family. My dislikes are people who hurt my family. My goal, I guess that I still have not decided what to do. Yugao. Well, known that the introduction are out of the window, we can begin the real reason why you are here. Naruto and Izumi looking confused. Well, you see, since we are 3-cell team, our test is going to be different. You both are to first find a scroll that I have hidden in this training ground. In 30 minutes in it you will receive your next instruction. Izumi. Well, sensei, only out of curiosity, what will happen if we fail the test? Yugao. Well, nothing, just that you both will be sent back to the academy and will not be genin anymore. Naruto and Izumi. What? The test. Chapter 29. No one POV. Yu-Gi-Oh. Okay guys. Clap to get Naruto and Izumi attention. Your 30 minutes start now. Naruto POV. As the test started, I saw Izumi getting ready to sprint directly into the forest to find the scroll. Seeing what was about to happen, I stopped her by grabbing her arm and pulling her toward myself to stop here. No one POV. Izumi. Hey Naruto. Angry for being interrupted. What was that for? Naruto. Do you really think that you will be able to find that scroll in this huge forest? Izumi. Well, now that you say that, without a stroke of luck, we will not. Naruto. Well, good for you. I have a plan. Izumi. Great, so what is the plan? Naruto. First, I am gonna send about 100 clones in there. Interrupted. Izumi. Naruto, I knew Mito was dumbheaded, but you also. That's your plan? Clones are just an illusion, you fool. Angry. Naruto. Well, Izumi, you are correct. The clones that we were taught in Academy re-illusion, but there are other types of clone techniques, as well, like the shadow clone technique, that helps one create a perfect solid copy of themselves. Izumi. Well, if you say so. What is the next part of your plan? Naruto. Well, you see, the next part is that out of those 100 clones, 75 are going to use transformation jutsu to turn themselves into different kinds of animals so that the speed of search can be drastically increased, and the rest 25 are going to search on their own to increase the search coverage area. Izumi. Well, that is a great plan, so what should we do till then? Naruto. Putting his finger on his chin to think. Well, till then, all we can do is rest. Izumi, after listening to this, falls to the ground comically. 17 minutes later. Author POV. We can see two figures sleeping under a tree's shades. These both were none other than Naruto and Izumi. As of that moment, Naruto suddenly woke up in a jerking manner in a sitting position and tries to wake up Izumi, with the end result being punched in the face by Izumi for waking her up. No one POV. Naruto. Hey, what was that for? Izumi. You woke me up from such a sweet dream. Why? Naruto. Well, one of any clones found out where the scroll is located. Izumi. Well, then what are we waiting for? Let's go. Izumi jumps into the forest, followed by Naruto, still grumbling for being punched. 5 minutes later. Naruto. There it is under that tree's trunk. Izumi. Okay, let's take it. After retrieving the scroll, the duo reunited with their sensei within 27 minutes. Yugao. Well, you both were able to find the scroll within the time limit. Well, then let the second part begin. You both are going to have 10 minutes to complete it. Now open the scroll. Ch. 30. Test conclusion. Last part. After retrieving the scroll, the duo reunited with their sensei within 27 minutes. Yugao. Well, you both were able to find the scroll within the time limit. Well, then let the second part begin. You both are going to have 10 minutes to complete it. Now open the scroll. Naruto opens the scroll. Izumi. What does the scroll says? Naruto. It says that the next task is to. Looks up at Sensei, with confusion marring his face. Sensei, I think there is a mistake in the scroll, I think. Yugao. Oh, and what is it, Naruto? With a knowing smile. Izumi also looks at Naruto, with a confusing look. Naruto. Well, it says that we have to land a single hit on Sensei. The one who hits her first will be given the rank of Special Genin, and the other one will only die a Genin, with the Special Genin being apprenticed by her, and the other person will be sent back into reserve. Izumi. But. Sensei, that's not fair. Yugao. Well, now you can think of it as your first, and might be one of your last lesson. This world is not fair. Naruto. But Sensei, we are just fresh Genin. How can we land a hit on you? Yugao. Well, that is not my problem. You did graduate from the academy, right? Or was it just a fluke? Izumi and Naruto both look at each other. Well, let the test begin. You have low min. Author POV. As the text begins, Naruto just stands in its place still trying to understand the task given to them, whereas Izumi, following the rules, rushes into the forest to form a plan to pass the test. Yugao stayed in its place looking at Naruto in a relaxed position. Naruto POV. As the test started, I was still confused. How can we even land a single hit on Sensei? She was a freaking former Umbu. There must be some loophole here. I must get in touch with Izumi and understand it. I am 100% sure that this special genin crap is a trap. Yes, I was moving to go one into the forest to find Izumi. I could see a smirk on Sensei's face, as if she knew what I was thinking. Author POV. As Naruto disappeared into the forest, we can see that Yugao had a smirk on her face, thinking to herself, Hokage-sama was right, he has some amazing deduction skills, and with that sharp mind, no wonder Hokage-sama said that he was special even without being a Jinchuriki like his sister. As we move back to Naruto, we can see him running toward Izumi after sensing her chakra and finding her location. Izumi POV. As I was thinking of a plan to pass this test, even though I am sorry for Naruto, but I have to do it, suddenly I heard some rustling, thinking it was Sensei, and got into a battle-ready position, but turned out it was Naruto. No one POV. Izumi. Naruto, what are you doing here? Naruto. Oh. Izumi, I was looking for you.
Izumi. Why?
Stiffens up. Don't tell me you are going to knock me out, so that I will get eliminated. Naruto, after hearing this, put his hand on his face and sighs. Naruto. No, Izumi, it's not like that. Just think about it all what Sensei has told us. I think it is a trap to pit us against each other. Izumi. Well, now that you say that, her words does sound cryptic, so what do you think is the real motto of the test? Naruto. I think it's to check if we are compatible with working in sync with each other. Think she said that did we graduate from the academy? That was not a taunt, but a hint. The thing the academy emphasizes on is... Izumi interrupts. Izumi. Teamwork. Yeah, now that I think about it, it does seem plausible. Time skip. Yugawa thinking, well, only and 6 minutes are left. What are they both doing? Author POV. As Yugao was thinking, suddenly she was attacked from kunais being thrown from both front and back. Yugao shuns away. Both Naruto and Izumi come out and attack her with everything they knew: taijutsu, ninjutsu, shuriken ninjutsu, etc. This went on for 5 minutes, and at the last minute Naruto was able to scratch Yugao's legs with a shuriken thrown sneakily when landing a blow to her arms, which was dodged, and the test was over. No one POV. Yugao, stop. Both Naruto and Izumi stops. Well, it would seem that Naruto is the one who is going to be on the team, not you, Izumi. Izumi, shocked, looks at Naruto with betrayal. Naruto. But Sensei, it was a team effort. Yugao. Naruto, you are correct, but you see, I don't care. Rules are rules. Naruto. Well then, Sensei, do not pass me also, fail both of us. Yugao. Are you sure, Naruto? Naruto. Yeah. Izumi with tears building up in his eyes. Izumi. No, Sensei, pass Naruto. Rules are rules, and he passed and I failed. So please pass him, do not fail him because me. Yugao. Okay, after listening to both of you, I have made my decision. From now on, you both of you are part of Team 11. Congratulations. Naruto and Izumi. What? Yugao. Yes, you were right, Naruto. The test was to see if you both can work together. Let me tell you something that I learned when I was in Umbu from one of my seniors. Those who break the rules are trash, but those who abandon their friends are worse than trash. Now I want you both to remember it. Well, now then, we are to meet here tomorrow at 7 a.m. for our first official training session as Team 11. Bye-bye. Yugao shuns away to Hokage office to report about her team passing. Naruto, want a party? Izumi looks at Naruto. Yup, let go. Naruto and Izumi both go to an Akimichi restaurant, party, and then go to their respective houses. Naruto reaches his house. Naruto, I am home. Mito, are you home yet? Mito, brother, I am in kitchen. Naruto, how was your day? Mito, it was okay, but we are going to have a test tomorrow. Naruto, oh, we had our test today and we passed. Mito, well, that's good for you. I am going to sleep. I have to be at the training ground by 7 a.m. Naruto, I also have our first session at 7. So wake me up also, goes to sleep on sofa, good night. Mito. Good night. Switches of the light. Chapter 31 Awakening. The seal released? Time skip. 2 months later. Author POV. It's been 2 months since the test, and we now see two genin on a mission, one with a pleasant smile and the other visibly annoyed. The genin are Naruto and Izumi. Naruto wears a peaceful smile, whereas Izumi appears frustrated. Both are completing their daily mission, plucking weeds in an elderly woman's garden. Meanwhile, Yugao sits on a nearby tree branch, watching her cute little genin. After a few minutes, Izumi shouts in frustration. Time skip. 1 month later. No one POV. Inside the Hokage Tower mission room. Izumi. Hokage-sama, with all due respect, I think we are ready for a C-rank mission. Even Team 7 got their first C-rank mission in 1.5 months when they had completed only 34 D-rank missions. We have done 280 D-rank and 50 E-rank missions in the last 3 months. I think our team is ready, Hokage-sama. Huffing and puffing. Irika. Izumi. Show some respect to Hokage-sama. Begins babbling about how missions are divided. Do you get it now, or should I explain it again? Author POV. As Irika stops his rant and looks to see if Izumi understood, he is flabbergasted. Naruto is now displaying his Byakugan to Hokage-sama, while Izumi listens attentively and Yugao converses with the Umbu. No one POV. Irika. What? Naruto, how do you have a Byakugan? Everyone in the room looks at Irika as if he were an idiot. Naruto. Yeah, you don't know, right? Well, you see. Flashback. 1 month after the formation of Team 11. Yugao. Okay guys, after all the teamwork exercises we've done, I think you both are ready for your next step in training. Izumi. What is it, sensei? Are you going to teach us some cool jutsu or a new taijutsu technique? Or what? Yugao. No, Izumi, it's not that sort of thing. We're going to do a chakra control exercise. Izumi. Ah, sensei, but we already did that exercise in the academy. Naruto. Yes, sensei, the one where we had to stick a leaf to our face for at least 30 seconds. Yugao. Well, you see, that was a basic technique to familiarize you with chakra, its movement, and control. What we're going to do now is more advanced. First, I want to ask you, do you know why chakra control, despite being the most basic skill, is still the most essential part of a shinobi's arsenal? Naruto. No. Izumi. Same here. Yugao. Chakra control helps you understand your chakra more thoroughly and optimizes its usage. In battle, you utilize only the perfect amount of chakra, no more, no less, maximizing output while conserving energy. For example, if Izumi and I had chakra pools of the same size and we performed a jutsu like the fireball jutsu, it would consume 8% to 12% of her chakra, but for Mie Jonin, who has mastered chakra control, it would only consume 2% to 3% of my chakra while delivering more firepower. It also aids in techniques like tree walking, jumping toward a tree to showcase it, and water walking, jumping from the bark of a tree to a nearby pond and back to your previous spot. Author POV. After witnessing this, both Izumi's and Naruto's eyes widen in awe at what their sensei has just demonstrated. No one POV. Izumi. How did you do that, sensei? Naruto. Yeah, I mean, what was that? Speechless. Yugao. Well, you both will also learn to do this. The theory behind it is simple, but the application is difficult and it can only be done through precise chakra control. So, let's begin with tree walking. It's a chakra control exercise that has many battlefield applications, as shinobi must learn to focus chakra in the soles of their feet to stick to vertical surfaces. The soles are the hardest part of the body to control chakra due to their sensitivity, requiring precise concentration. Too little chakra causes slipping, while too much repels the user. This exercise trains balance, focus, and chakra mastery, which are essential for advanced techniques. By maintaining a steady flow of chakra while moving, you also improve stamina and control during combat. It's a foundational skill for developing more complex abilities like water walking and jutsu control. So, let's get started. Izumi, you go first. Use this kunai to mark the spot you've reached, and try to surpass your mark on the next attempt. Izumi POV. Alright, Yugao-sensei's explanation made it seem so easy and simple. Find the perfect balance of chakra, and you'll stick to the tree as if it were second nature. Easy to say, when she is the one casually walking up and down the tree, as if she were born doing it. I stand at the base of the tree, staring upward. Sensei said I should go first.
Why?
I know I'm going to fall at least once. And when I do, it will be humiliating. Naruto will see it, then he'll tell Mito, who will tell Sasuke, and Sasuke will tell father to gain his favor. Then I will be reprimanded for embarrassing him and the Uchiha clan. Just great, Uchiha prodigy. I snap out of my trance when Sensei says, "Whenever you're ready, Izumi." Alright, no pressure, just don't mess up in front of Sensei and Naruto. I start focusing chakra at the soles of my feet as instructed. It's tricky, like trying to balance on a tightrope while juggling, though I've never experienced it before. I place my foot against the bark and take a cautious step upward. Then I take another step. I'm doing it. Take that, tree. Lost in thought, I fail to notice a creaking sound. By the time I do, it's too late. Wait. I mutter, panic rising. My chakra falters, and before I can adjust, I feel the bark slip beneath my foot. Gravity takes over, and down I go. Thud. I hit the ground flat on my back. Stars dance in my vision as I groan. Yugao-sensei calmly walks over and stares down at me with a faint smile. "You were doing well, but you were overthinking it. Feel the chakra flow, don't forget it," she says. "Yeah, sure, sensei." I mumble, brushing dirt off my shirt, then get up, glaring at the tree as if it had betrayed me. No one POV. Yugao. "Well, Naruto, it's your turn now." Naruto. "Okay, sensei." Author POV. As Naruto approaches the tree, he channels chakra down his feet. Not knowing exactly how much to use since Izumi used too little and slipped, he focuses almost 50% of his chakra to the soles of his feet, causing the ground to creak under the immense pressure. Naruto is no ordinary child. As the host of the strongest being that once roamed the planet, his chakra is extraordinary. His chakra pool, even at such a young age, is already at a low Kaguya level, far surpassing Mito's. While Mito, even with the 9 tails, had mid-jonin reserves which are commendable for her age in comparison, they pale next to Naruto's. Before Yugao can stop him, Naruto places his foot on the bark. The tree, unable to handle the pressure, explodes. The tree bursts apart, hurling Naruto away. In the ensuing chaos, something extraordinary happens. Chakra begins leaking from Naruto's body. Izumi and Yugao try to call him, but it's too late, he's fallen unconscious. Yet, one thing becomes clear amidst the chaos. A significant amount of chakra is concentrated in his left palm, where one of 2 diamond marks is located. On closer inspection, the diamond is corroding, leaving only an inverted triangle. Then, a monstrous amount of chakra erupts from Naruto's body. His chakra surges, reaching mid-Kaguya, high Kaguya, monster level, entry Bijou level, nearly 1 tail level, and then vanishes. But it was enough to alert the entire village and the Hokage. Hiruzen Sarutobi, the Hokage himself, arrives and finds that all this energy emanated from little Naruto, and then it all dissipates. Inside Naruto's mindscape, Naruto Uzumaki finds himself in a vast white plain with nowhere to go. There are only sky-touching, diamond-shaped glass walls and a golden gate behind them, and someone is standing there, a figure in a white robe, partially obscured by the glass. Suddenly, a great disturbance occurs. The first wall begins to shake, cracks forming all over as the upper part shatters, leaving only an inverted triangle shape. Then, a rush of power, a dense, overwhelming chakra surges, threatening to drown me as it seeps into me, imbuing me with a strength so profound that I feel I could do anything. Suddenly, I hear a chilling laugh. The figure behind the gate laughs, and as his image becomes clearer, he stops and looks at me with an expression devoid of emotion except for his face.
Why?
How? My mind fills with questions. Why does his face look the same as mine? Then everything turns black. The last thing I see is a maniacal grin on his face, and then nothing. Naruto POV. Outside. The next thing I know, I am waking up in a hospital room. Why I ended up here, I do not know. Then the door opens and Gigi, the Hokage, enters. When he sees me, he stops mid-step, his eyes widening as he looks at me, especially my eyes. Not knowing what is so special about them, I glance in the mirror across my bed, and what stares back is not my usual sky blue eyes, but are those Byakugan? No, are those pink Byakugan? Ch. 32. The Talk with the Hyuga Clan Head. Author POV. Naruto Uzumaki was staring at his strange reflection, rubbing his eyes, even trying to release the genjutsu that, according to him, must have been placed upon his eyes. But nothing happened. His reflection, especially his eyes, remained the same. His eyes, they were different from his normal blue ones. These eyes were pale and glowing, completely devoid of pupils, yet far from lifeless. A soft, luminous pink spread across the entire eye, like mist trapped in crystal. Veins around the temples swelled faintly, pulsing with a barely visible rose-colored energy. The glow intensified with each breath, casting a faint hue across the nearby skin. There was no white, no black, no blue. Only endless shades of pink swirling in silence. It was a dojutsu, no doubt. It was a Byakugan. No, it was a pink Byakugan.
Naruto POV.
I was speechless, staring at my eyes. Like what?
How?
No, this cannot be right. I am not a Hyuga. How can I awaken the Byakugan? What is happening? Just what is happening? As I was wondering this, I looked towards Gigi, hoping he would have some answers to my current predicament. But looking at his face, I could tell at first glance that he was equally surprised and possibly had no idea what was happening to me. No one POV. Naruto. Gigi, what is happening to my eyes? Why is there a Byakugan instead of my normal blue eyes, and why is it pink? Naruto asked Hiruzen frantically, all in a single breath. Hiruzen. Well, this is interesting. Truth be told, Naruto, I have no idea why you have awakened the Byakugan, or why it is pink. But I think there is someone who might know about it. I will call for him immediately. Do not worry, I will be back soon with that person. Hiruzen spoke frantically as well. For all the decades he had lived, he thought he had experienced everything life could throw at him, but this was something he could not have imagined in a million years. Author POV. Hiruzen left frantically, hurrying to bring this person. After Hiruzen left, Naruto lay back down, still thinking about his eyes. But just 2 or 3 minutes later, there was a poof of white smoke, and on his lap appeared a chibi Nexato, looking up at Naruto. No one POV. Naruto. Nexato? What are you doing here? Nexato. Oh, I was told by the Dragon Queen, Graphia, to check up on you as there was a change in your chakra.
So, I came to see it.
But what happened to your eyes? Why are they weird? Naruto. Oh, I don't know what exactly happened. But my eyes, they've changed. From what I know, these are pink Byakugan. I asked the Hokage about it. He went to bring someone who might know. Nexato. Oh, I see. Well, are you feeling okay, Naruto? Naruto. Yeah, I just have a headache. I think it will go away as I get used to my new vision. But on the other hand, it feels like my chakra capacity has increased, not just in quantity but also in quality. It feels like I've been training and refining my chakra for 10 years straight. Nexato. Oh, well, these must be the fluctuations that Graphia-sama and the Great Elder Dragon felt. Naruto. The Great Elder? I thought Graphia was at the top of the hierarchy. Nexato. Yes, Graphia is at the top, but the authority of the Great Elder Dragon precedes even her position as clan head. The Great Elder Dragon is not someone you should be concerned about for now. When the time comes, he will meet you. Naruto. Well then, give my regards to both Graphia and the Great Elder for being concerned about me. Nexato. Okay, Naruto, I will. But I must go now. I can sense your Hokage and another person coming towards this room. So, I'll leave.
Bye.
Naruto. Okay, bye Nexato.
Poof.
Author POV. As soon as Nexato left, just a minute or two later, The gate of Naruto's hospital room opened. Hiruzen Sarutobi entered, alongside Hayashi Hyuga, the current clan head of the Hyuga clan. It was clear that it was Hayashi whom Hiruzen had called to analyze Naruto's situation. After all, if anyone knew about Naruto's strange Byakugan, it would be the head of the Hyuga. Hayashi POV. As soon as I entered the room, it was clear why I was being called. There he was, Naruto Uzumaki, brother of the Jinchuriki of Konoha. But what confused and astonished me were his eyes. They showed the characteristics of a Byakugan, yet they were entirely different. A genetic mutation might be an answer, but that would imply that he had Hyuga blood. And as far as I know, neither Minato nor Kushina had any Hyuga ancestry. As my inner monologue went on, Hokage-sama turned to me, asking for my views on the matter. No one POV. Hayashi, Hokage-san. I am sorry, but I do not know anything about this. It can be a genetic mutation, but that would mean he has Hyuga blood, which would also imply that his sister is also part of the Hyuga clan. Hiruzen. Well, that can be the case. Hayashi POV. As soon as Hokage-sama replied, I saw him making discreet hand signs. I understood he wished it was for me alone. His message, but you and I both know neither Minato nor Kushina had any Hyuga ancestry. I nodded in acknowledgement, then said aloud. No one POV. Hayashi, Hokage-sama, there might be a way to test whether young Naruto here truly has Hyuga blood or not. There is an ancient ritual. If the blood of a Hyuga clan member falls into a special liquid and the liquid changes color, it means the person has Hyuga blood. If no change occurs, it means he is not Hyuga. And this is more accurate than even the modern blood test. Hiruzen. Naruto, if you are okay with this, we would like to conduct this test on you, my boy. Naruto. It's fine, Gigi. Hayashi. Well then, give me a few hours to prepare the ritual. Author POV. After saying this, Hayashi left. A few moments later, Hiruzen also departed for his Hokage duties, leaving Naruto alone in the room. Naruto lay there, staring at the ceiling, wondering, if I really am Hyuga, what would happen to me? And especially, what would happen to Mito? Concerned. Stay tuned for the next part. This is my original story.